Hi everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about September month overview, and this is for the first year schools. Hope this will help you to understand the plan and execute it very well in the schools. And as I have already shared, the monthly plan for the September month is this, and the topics are the word, match the words, describing a picture of a person, and my actions 1 and 2. So as many of you have not completed August month topics, I have given a small schedule, I can say, like where word is a small topic, very less time it will take to complete it off, and followed by phrase. Last time both together I have given only in 1 week. Now this will be little familiar to you to complete your previous and pending topics and all. That's the reason I have given. It's completely like letter to library. You would have explained clearly in the month of August. Once if you do in detail, you are going to take each topic and explain them. So to deal with these topics, I can say that you will have to get only 1 or 2 periods. So the third period or fourth period if you are getting the pending works, otherwise you would be continuing with your pending works. And what are the plan is given should be complete on or before Dasara holidays. As I have already told you, these are the small topics. Actually, these are not at all topics, I can say. In letter to library, we have taken the subtopics like. So all you need to teach is in that particular, whomever have completed, they can engage the classes with this, and they can go with the good and better explanation regarding word and all, right? So explain clearly about the word and its 4 terms. All you need to do is at the end of the class, if they understand word has 4 things called spelling, pronunciation, meaning and parts of speech, that's it. In addition, if you have little more time, we are going to help them how to identify the parts of speech. So this is about the word, and match the words is completely like phrases, how to frame phrase without any grammar. So for that also I have given some tips and guidelines actually. So okay, let's discuss about the topics in this video one by one. So here we have the word. All you need to do is explain the word concept. I don't want anyone to write any definition from internet actually. From the internet you are writing and schools are asking, and sometimes your juniors are getting confused or seniors are getting confused. I just want to follow the same which I have given. So according to you, for you or according to me, a word is a group of letters which are placed in an order called spelling and has pronunciation, meaning and parts of speech. Here itself they do understand, right? So and you can give some examples like smile, life, parent, school, etc. You can give your own examples as well, and later you can get some example from them and show that every word has that 4. So by giving an example, make them understand, get the examples from the students. So I have taken here the word speak. Here in this speak, S-P-E-A-K, speak. So S-P-E-A-K is the spelling and speak is the pronunciation, and it's verb. It's a verb, and the meaning is the action of conveying some information, right? So in this way you need to get simply giving word and they may tell table, book, pen. Don't accept. Let them tell the spelling and the pronunciation and what's the parts of speech of that particular word, and if they know meaning in English, let them explain it. So likewise you can get some examples. So as I said, it will take very less time. Followed by, you have to, in this topic we are going to, in addition we are going to teach this year how to identify the parts of speech. Generally, if you understand, it is easy to spell the word if they learn, and based on their knowledge they can pronounce it also, and they know meaning. What are the words they know meaning only, they tell us, right? So what they fail to generally, students, many of them, they don't know the parts of speech of each particular word actually, or every word they don't know exactly, right? So that's the reason we are giving some guidelines. So explain that they can easily spell the word, pronounce the word, and get the meaning, but identifying the parts of speech of a word is a bit difficult. So E4U will help them to identify the parts of speech by the help of suffixes for the most of the words. So here we are going to give some guidelines, tips how to identify the parts of speech. For example, we are taking suffixes, and based on the suffixes we can understand or identify the parts of speech, right? Here I have Let's have a look. So we can identify the parts of speech by the suffix of a word. For example, if you find these suffixes, those are nouns: anc, enc, er, ion. Generally, I tell it as tion, ity, ment, mess, or a ship. So if you find any word with these suffixes, those are nouns. And followed by, we do have adjectives. So the suffixes are able, al, ant, ed, ent, ful, ib, le, ic, ing, iv, less, ous, and y. If you find many of the words are adjectives, examples also there so that you can give. So for example, if beautiful is an adjective, colorful automatically will become an adjective. I am telling you 95% of the words are like that, not all the words actually. For example, here they have given ing, and we know that ing generally it is a verb form actually, right? One of the verb forms. And of course, even noun we can. Boxing is a noun. Cookie is also a noun, right? So I'm telling you 95% of the words you can find with this suffixes as nouns if they have these suffixes, and their adjectives if they have these adjectives. And by the characteristics of the particular words also they can identify. For example, if noun, if they find any word, if it has singular and plural common noun, so automatically it is a noun actually. And characteristics of an adjective like comparative degree, superlative degree, and positive degree, if they have that 4 or 3, they can easily identify that it is an adjective, right? So based on the characteristics also they can identify the parts of speech of the particular word. So followed by, we do have verbs. So at, en, ify, ise, izd. So these are verbs actually where we can, so examples are there: participate, sharpen, identify, advertise, and organize. And as we all know, and students also, they would have known already that most of the adverbs end with ly. And here not only ly, I can tell like 95%. For example, we have good, we don't have goodly; fast, we don't have fastly; and well, we don't have welly. So I can say 98% at least they end with ly. So the ly ending they have given, you can go through it once. I mean, those are not adverbs they are telling. So a few adjectives adjectives that end in ly. These include friendly, costly. So friendly person, as we are describing the noun called person, friendly will become an adjective. So that's what they have given here clearly. You can go through it. And I have given some more stuff: noun, suffix, and adjectives, as well as verb and adverbs as well, right? Fine. So in a session you can complete off. All you need to give these guidelines. Okay, we can identify the parts of speech by its suffix or the characteristics of the particular word, right? For example, if they find smile, smiles, so it's a noun, as well as smile, smiling, so it's a verb as well. So they should check in this way if they want to know any parts of speech. Okay, so once again you can go through it so that you can explain it in detail. Followed by, we do have an activity for this. After dealing with this, after teaching this, you can conduct word power 1.0 activity. So regarding this, I have already shared a video in our YouTube, so you can watch and learn how to conduct it properly. So you can click on this link, or you can search for, already you know our website, YouTube, right? So explain the importance of the words to speak good English. So who is king or queen in English? In the sense, the one who has good vocabulary. So if they know, not only knowing the word actually, as I said, if they know 4 things like spelling, pronunciation, meaning, and the parts of speech, they can speak English betterly, right? So tell that importance. So word power plays an important role to speak good English. They should have that vocabulary power to speak better. Fine. So later we do have, you can give home task, instruct the student to write new words from A to Z, one or two each. Primary you can give one, and high school you can give two. So that means not A for apple, B for baby. They should say that every word, whatever they're going to write, should have 10 plus letters. As already the word power activity deals with the number of letters, so you can tell that each word should have at least 10 letters in it, so that you'll get good examples from them. So that's all about word actually. Once again, you can go through the PDF which I have shared in Lotus app, and of course you can watch this video once again. Later let's move to phrase. So I love this topic because generally later they think that the next thing is sentence, but E4U teaches phrase and statements as well. So without skipping this topic, please make them understand what is a phrase, so you can go through all these things. According to the dictionary, I mean, it's a different definition, but to make it simple, to make the student to understand it very well, I have given two or more words which give sense and meaning, or an incomplete sentence can be called as a phrase. So let's merge the words and start speaking English. Examples like good morning. So in speaking we do use, I call it as a phrase. Good morning is a phrase which we use to greet the people, or good afternoon, good night, right? And happy birthday, thank you, I'd like to smile please. These are the phrases student they can understand easily. So any incomplete sentence also can be called as a phrase. So once upon a time, while I was coming, after completing the work, so it's not completed yet, right? So I call it as a phrase. Generally phrases ends with comma. And even clauses, what is the difference between a clause and phrase sentence? Generally in phrase we don't mention subject, in clause we do mention, or there will be a condition actually. For example, if you study well, you will pass. You will pass is a sentence, and if you study well is a subordinate clause, we call it as, right? So it is an incomplete sentence. I call it as a phrase simply. So unless you learn English, you can't survive there. So unless you learn, it's three words phrase actually. So these are phrases actually. So whatever you want you can get from. So these are the clauses and phrases actually, right? So explain the concept clearly by taking good examples. Almost I have taken similar definition only. It's like a group of words that is part of, or rather than the whole of a sentence. That's what a small part of sentence is called as. Two or more words I'm talking about. I'm telling the same actually. Hence in simple words we can say that two or more words can be called as phrase. Right. So once again you go through if you have any doubts. Next we do have, let's go with types of phrases also I have given, as I have given the topic for a week. Whoever have completed their syllabus, they can happily deal this topic in detail to make the student understand. So in English grammar there are 5 main types of phrases. They are noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, adverbial phrase, and prepositional phrase. So you have got some examples where you can go through, and it's only for class 6, 7, 8, 9 and you. So this don't teach for primary. Again, it's like, it's a little tough for them. It will become a little tough for them. So let's not go with this topic for them. This is for only high school. So we'll complete our phrase like that. And clause versus phrase also. This is also for high school I have given. So a group of words that contains a subject and a verb is called as clause. And phrase, a group of words without a subject or verb component. That's what phrase they are telling. So independent clause, dependent clause, and here noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase. Adverb phrase is called as adverbial phrase also, as we have seen before. So this is for the high school and for you, just to get an idea, right? So let's move to the next topic, that is statement. Of course, describing a picture, we need to make them to understand how to frame a sentence. First of all, you need to tell them what is a statement, right? So for that we do have some structures, and here I have come up with question as well, so you can go through it. Already you know what is a statement or what is a sentence. The main difference between sentence and statement, as I said, if you find any tense in it, it's a sentence. No, it's just describing or telling something or talking about something or stating something, we can call it as a statement. So we can go through the definition here. Statement, a type of sentence which we use to tell something in detail, to comment actually, to tell something, to comment, to describe, to share facts and opinions and ideas. So I call them as statements. So here I have given subject plus helping verb plus noun and adjective. This year I have taught you people helping verb you can replace with be form also. If primary they know be forms, okay. For high school you can go with be forms. Primary you can write helping verb because they are familiar with helping verb, word called helping verb. They know is, am, or was and were, right? So happily you can teach them so that you can ask them to describe any picture or person. And if you have any digital like TV or any panel board and all, you can play any video and you can ask them to describe it also. What is happening? Of course, what is happening comes under sentences. So what do you find? Describe the video like that. Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, while you're having tenses, we can go ahead with this video concept as well, right? So fine. So explain the concept statement clearly. You replace helping verb with be form and add will be. Last time I didn't give will be. You can give future, statement in the future. Here I have clearly mentioned there is no existence of tenses in any statements. So I'm not telling like simple present tense, simple past tense. No, I am calling it as like there are statements in the present, statement in the past, statement in the future. Like, so a statement doesn't contain any tense like present simple, present perfect, or future continuous like that. Okay, so that's what about statement. Already have learned. I'm just telling to recall it. That's it. And next, you can use some pictures like. So the next day, you can ask the student to describe any picture or a person. So likewise, you can share any pictures, or you can buy a chart, or you can draw any picture, or you can ask them to let's draw and describe, right? You can ask them to draw something within the first 5 to 10 minutes. They can draw something and they can write and they can come up and they can describe that particular picture, whichever they are going to or whichever they have drawn already, right? So here I have given like the weather is bad or false, it's good, it seems. Okay, so there are a lot of people and in the background you can see white cliffs. Can it's modal verb, I just want them to there is, okay, and the boats have, has, is, are enough, and they can frame the sentences, so statements. Okay, so there are 3 cars in the picture. There are some ads on the sea. Yeah, see, in the foreground on the left there is a small black dog. That's all. Just they're stating actually. You can't find in the first 8 sentences any tense actually, but after that they have written some sentences also. They are playing. Some people are. We are going to avoid it. If they write also, good enough, no issues. But those are the sentences you tell. But to describe or to state something, we use statements, right? So I have given some other pictures as well. For example, if students are unable to frame the sentences, you can give some hints actually. The vocabulary you can use so that they let them frame statements by using be forms. So look at the picture and 2. So that's all. So next we have given verbs. My actions 1 and 2. Most probably you are going to have exams actually. So exams and holidays. That topic will not be completed, but you should give it as a home task actually. So by giving few regular and irregular verbs, you can play that song also, regular irregular verb song, and let them prepare. As I said, you have an activity actually. Trees of verbs. You would be preparing one tree while the exams going on in the schools. You can prepare a tree for regular verb 1 and irregular verb 1. So you can ask the student to create any tree or a chart or anything else which is related for mostly trees of verbs we are telling, right? So let them prepare verbs with V1 and V2. My actions 1 and 2, regular and irregular. So for example, one side on the tree they can take any fruit type of picture, or any 3D shape, also no issues. And one side they can write eat, another side apple. So go, went. Only two are enough actually, because if they know simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future, they can speak simple English. As it's for the first year schools, we are not going with any perfect tenses and all. Simply simple tenses. So that's all for this session. Thank you all. Hope this will help you to teach the topics in a better manner. Thank you all. Have a good time.